In the world of pump-action shotguns, two names stand at the top of the hill: Mossberg and Remington. If you've spent time on the range, walked a beat, or prepped your home for worst-case scenarios, you've crossed paths with either the Mossberg 590 or the Remington 870. And chances are, you've heard the arguments: the die-hard fans, the heated forums, the endless "which one's better" debates. But here at Firearms Zone, we're not here to argue. We're here to break it down. In today's video, we're putting these two legendary shotguns head-to-head. We'll cover real-world performance, durability, parts compatibility, control layout, and how they actually run under pressure. Not marketing hype, not nostalgia. Just facts, experience, and real talk from the gun range. So whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned shooter, or someone looking to upgrade your defensive shotgun, this breakdown will give you the clarity you need. Let's get into it. Mossberg 590 versus Remington 870. Which one deserves a spot in your rack? Action and feel. Smooth versus rugged. What matters more? Let's kick this off with what you actually feel when you run the gun. First up, Remington 870. There's a reason it's legendary. Rack the action, and you'll feel that buttery smooth glide. The one-piece steel action bar system, paired with a well-fitted slide, makes every pump stroke clean, tight, and fast. It's the kind of shotgun that just feels right when you run it hard. Now compare that to the Mossberg 590. Still reliable, still solid, but it's got a little more rattle, a little more play in the forend. The action bars are pinned to a separate slide assembly, and yeah, it shows. It feels looser. Some call it sloppy. But does it matter? Functionally? No. Mossbergs run just as reliably, even if they don't feel quite as refined out of the box. Now, let's talk receivers. The Remington uses a steel receiver. Adds weight, adds strength, and adds that solid one-piece feel when you shoulder it. The Mossberg runs an aluminum receiver, which makes the gun lighter and a bit more front-heavy. But don't worry. Lockup is still steel on steel, bolt to barrel. No compromise in strength where it counts. So what's the bottom line? If you're after refined cycling and classic feel, the 870 takes the edge. If you prefer lighter weight and field serviceability, the 590 holds its own, and then some. Internals and serviceability. When it breaks, who wins? Here's where things start to separate under the hood. Let's talk extractors. The Mossberg 590 runs a beefy dual extractor setup that grabs that shell like it owes you money. The Remington 870, one small extractor, and unless you're buying a Wingmaster or Police model, it's probably a MIM part. Not exactly confidence-inspiring. Ejectors? Mossberg screws them in. Easy to replace. Remington still rivets theirs in. That means you're in for more work, more tools, and possibly a trip to a gunsmith if something goes sideways. Now, magazine tubes. Mossberg's screwed in. You want to swap or clean? No problem. Remington's is soldered. Not impossible to service, but definitely a headache compared to the Mossberg design. And let's talk shell stops. Mossbergs are removable. Remingtons are semi-permanently staked in. Again, not unfixable, but not friendly either. All this adds up to one thing. If you're a DIY kind of shooter, or you just want to keep your shotgun alive without sending it to a shop, Mossberg gives you the edge. Fewer headaches. More modular. Easier to work on with basic tools. The 870 runs great, but if something breaks, it's going to fight you on the bench. Controls and ergonomics. Where layout meets muscle memory. Controls can make or break your rhythm, especially when stress hits. Let's start with the safety. On the Mossberg 590, it's mounted right on the tang, top of the receiver. Forward for fire, back for safe. It's ambidextrous, intuitive, and perfect for standard stocks. But here's the catch. If you run a pistol grip, that safety becomes awkward. You'll either need crazy long thumbs or break your firing grip just to reach it. Now, the Remington 870. Safety sits behind the trigger guard. Right to left for fire, left to right for safe. Works great with any stock setup, including pistol grips. But for left-handed shooters, it's not ideal. Still usable, but not as intuitive as the Mossberg Tang safety. Next up, slide release. Remington's is a blade-style tab just ahead of the trigger guard on the left side. Pull it back to unlock the forend. Mossberg puts theirs behind the trigger guard, left side, pressed up to release. Both get the job done. No clear winner here. It's just what your hand prefers. Bottom line, if you're running a standard stock and want ambi-friendly controls, Mossberg's layout is hard to beat. If you run pistol grips or want faster access without repositioning, Remington has the edge. Either way, learn your platform. Practice manipulations until they're second nature. Because when you need it, you won't have time to think about controls. You'll just run them. Model variance and build quality. Not all shotguns wear the same badge. Let's be clear. Just because it says Mossberg or Remington on the side doesn't mean you're getting the same quality across the board. Starting with Mossberg, you've got the 500, the 590, and the 590A. 1. The 500 and 590 run the same basic action, but the 590 brings some upgrades, like a magazine cap that allows for easy extension swaps, a bayonet lug, and often one more shell in the tube thanks to an improved follower. Then there's the 590A. 1. It's the heavy-duty, military-grade version. Thicker barrel, metal trigger guard, steel safety, all built to take abuse. Heavier? Definitely, but bomb-proof. Remington's lineup is a little more complicated. You've got Express, Tactical, Wingmaster, and Police models. And here's the truth. Not all 870s are created equal. The Express and Tactical trims are bare bones. Rougher finishes, plastic trigger guards, MIM internals, and basic coatings. They'll work, but don't expect refinement. Step up to the Wingmaster, and now you're talking. High polish finish, smoother action, better parts, better fit. But often long barrels and short mag tubes, not ideal for defensive setups without mods. Then there's the Police model. It's built differently, literally assembled in a separate part of the factory. It gets hardened springs, better internals, corrosion-resistant finishes. If you want a no-compromise 870, this is the one. Bottom line, know what trim level you're buying. Not all Mossbergs are alike. Not all Remingtons are built equal. The badge on the side is just the start. Build quality depends on the fine print. Perks, flaws, and long-term ownership. What you learn after 1,000 rounds. Both the Mossberg and the Remington have been around long enough to earn serious reputations and serious opinions. But living with these guns reveals things no spec sheet ever will. Let's talk Mossberg. One big win is parts accessibility. Screwed-in magazine tubes, replaceable ejectors, easy access internals. This platform is DIY-friendly. With basic tools, you can keep it running for decades. Plus, the tang safety is intuitive and ambi-friendly with a standard stock. But here's the catch. Run a pistol grip, and that safety becomes a problem. You'll have to shift your grip just to engage or disengage it. Not ideal in a fight. Remington? The ergonomics favor pistol grip users. The trigger guard mounted safety is right where you expect it. But serviceability? That's where things get tricky. Riveted ejectors, soldered mag tubes, staked-in shell stops. None of it's easy to deal with. And let's not ignore the elephant in the room. Remington's quality drop. After bankruptcy and being bought out, the Express models went downhill fast. Rough actions, questionable QC, and parts that just didn't hold up. That said, older Wingmasters and Police models? Solid gold. If you can find a pre-2007 gun, you're in great shape. Mossberg isn't perfect either, but they've never seen a quality dip on that level. Over time, their actions loosen up, true, but reliability holds. Bottom line? If you want the easiest gun to upgrade, fix, and run hard, Mossberg takes it. If you want slicker feel and run a pistol grip, Remington might be the play, but you'll want to pick the right model, and maybe hunt used. Because long-term ownership isn't just about how it shoots, it's about how it holds up after 10 years of use and abuse. Accessory ecosystem and upgrade support. The aftermarket tells the story. Let's talk upgrades, because no shotgun stays stock forever. When it comes to parts, furniture, and aftermarket support, both Mossberg and Remington are loaded with options. We're talking side saddles, shell holders, sling mounts, extended controls, lights, optics mounts, you name it. But here's the thing. Some platforms play nicer than others. Mossberg's 590 lineup is known for being mod-friendly. Screwed-in mag tubes, swappable followers, and modular forends mean you can build it your way without breaking out the Dremel. Want to throw on a heat shield, side saddle, or bayonet lug? Done? It's all plug and play. Remington's 870 has a deep aftermarket too, but be careful. Some parts only fit certain trims. Express models might need workarounds, and with soldered mag tubes and riveted ejectors, full customization can take more effort. That said, if you grab a police or wingmaster, you're golden. Quality base, better fit, and everything from tactical rails to speed loaders is available. Bottom line? Both shotguns have massive support. You won't run out of parts. But if you want easier installs and fewer compatibility headaches, Mossberg takes the win on modularity. So here's the deal. Both the Mossberg 590 and the Remington 870 are proven, pump-action workhorses. They've served law enforcement, civilians, and military users for decades. They've earned their stripes. If you want modularity, easier DIY maintenance, and ambi-friendly controls, Mossberg's the move. If you prefer a smoother action and better feel with a pistol grip, Remington might be your pick. Just be smart about which trim you buy. Neither shotgun is perfect. Neither one is a joke. It all comes down to what fits your mission, your hands, and your expectations. So now it's your turn. Drop a comment and let us know which one you run and why. And if you got value from this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to Firearms Zone, and tap the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Stay trained, stay ready, and as always, we'll see you on the range.